Hi everybody, this is Rose of Sharon, and I'm back again with another movie review. I just recently watched The Tomorrow War. It was meh at best. There were tons of inconsistencies with it. Horrible plot holes. The only thing really good about it was the CGI. They had a character involved who was likable, but annoying. And then they had a male protagonist who was brought in just so he could save the world. And I thought, well, why couldn't you have done that in the past rather than being sent to the future? And then, of course, they unveiled why. And I thought, well, that's really dumb, actually. You could have just figured that out in the past. You could have come to some kind of conclusion. But it was just, oh boy. I mean, like, inconsistencies in this film were rife and multitudinous. So I would give it at least 3 stars out of 5 because I don't think it deserves more than 3, not even 3.5. Some of the dialogue was very cliche. A lot of the so-called plot was cliche. It wasn't exactly schlock. It was good to a point because there were a lot of moral takeaways that could be gleaned from it that all of us can learn from. I like the diverse cast. I like the fact that a kid who normally was obsessed with volcanoes was the answer to saving humanity. I thought, yeah, that's actually kind of cool. And the whole part of volcanoes was strangely educational. I thought, okay, well, they're trying to educate us too. And they did that very well. Beyond that, I thought it was a passable film. Of course, the monsters. If you're going to create a real threatening monster, which it was a threatening monster, I don't think it would have been easily pulled into the female of the white spikes, I don't think that she would have been so easily caged, honestly, because the way that she's designed, just her whole girth, her size, her power, I thought, yeah, no, you're not going to get that monster into a cage that easily. It's just not going to work. But somehow, some way, it took 2 people, and I thought, something is illogical with this whole entire picture. Where is the rationale here? There is none. But there are just so many problems with this movie. And it kind of makes me wonder who was writing it, because I like the fact that they did their research, and it had a lot of really good scientific backing, and they were making it seem like science was the answer. Well, yes, most of the time it is, but you do need faith to go beside it. And they had that too, but it was less about faith and more about science, a little bit more about family, staying together, making amends with people you don't see eye to eye with. Like I said, there's a lot of good takeaway, but beyond that, I really didn't think that the movie was all that good. So I went back to watching Marvelous Miss Maisel, which I actually had meant to finish a long time ago. And I'm just catching up with it. I'm just on season 3. So I think I'm almost halfway through season 3. Reminding me exactly why I did not become a comedian. But, at least in some small sense, I am sort of a comedian. What else can be said that has not been said about The Tomorrow War? Well, if you like monster films or things that have jump scares, the jump scares really aren't that bad. There's some language. It's gory. It's not like Walking Dead gory, but it's gory. It's not the worst I've seen. I've seen Tokyo Shock, so this is nothing. This is tame compared. What else? Yeah, as far as grades are concerned, 1 thumb, not even 2. 1 is sufficient. 3, at best. It is passable. But as far as films go, I would say World War Z is definitely the way to go. And it's also funny. It has its funny moments. And I just like the whole premise of, the whole outbreak thing. Of course, yes, that's been done since 28 Days Later. And 28 Days Before, the whole 28 Days saga, been there, done that. They've done it with Walking Dead. With this case, with the White Spikes, they landed here in an alien spacecraft. It would have been nice to have had a little bit more background on the White Spikes, honestly, because we don't know where they came from in the film. It's like, okay, they came from a flying saucer. It was a colony. That kind of makes you think that maybe there was another entity that actually was responsible for sending them there. So it's kind of like, well, what about the aliens that actually were responsible for the White Spikes? That's a theory. I don't know. Has anybody thought about that? It's just why. But anyway, that's all I can say about the Tomorrow War. It's all right. Until next time, live long, prosper. Ciao, tutti.